Today is July 31 and update on the car. Car's been running good. I haven't had any leaks of oil or anything like that underneath the transmission right up there, right behind that pipe. It's a little wet with oil, but I looked at the plug there and it is solid. The drain plug in there is solid. There's a little bit of oil around there, something like that. But it's the 31st, so put those guys on. Let's see if we can get a better lighting. Oh, that's pretty good right there. Those are our tube headers. Put those on. They took me 5 hours last night and 6 hours, 5 hours today. So they're the old exhaust manifolds. I did not put these shitty gaskets on. The tube headers that I got were, I don't know, $200, $300, something like that. And the surfaces were nice and flat and good and everything, but this gasket is not great. I don't want to put that right on the head. The other gaskets that they gave you, the triangular ones for the flanges, are fine. But the gasket that was on there was a really heavy-duty one. It had metal on one side that would go up to the actual head, and then there was like a composite side that went to the exhaust manifold. So I reused that, even though the new headers came and it was totally flat. It's not going to be an issue. The gasket material is fatter than the little linkage between each one. It's just this little metal skinny strip. And like I said, the gasket's way thicker than that. So it's just really sealing up these points of contact really good. And it fit pretty good. There was one section that was up against the transmission a little bit. It was the shorty. So this is the shorty, and this is the longer of the two. The longer of the two went in fine. It was actually easier to get to the studs. This shorty that had to go on there, man, that thing was nasty. And man, I'm all busted up. I don't know what it is, but every time you work on a car, man, feel like you just got your ass kicked. I mean, I got 9 gashes on my hands, bruises all over my goddamn body. I have no idea where they came from. And yeah, look and just feel like a bucket of shit. That's pretty much it right there. So I saw a little bit of loss of oil. That's why I filmed it. I wanted to make sure that Road and Race, if this does become an issue, they know that it was losing that little bit of oil before I put the headers on there. So I wrapped them up with that DEI titanium wrap and took stainless steel zip ties and zipped it up, and I'm not losing any other fluids. And like I said, I was just a little bit on the oil there, but I haven't seen anything on the ground, which scares me. I don't know if it's getting burned up. I don't know if there's a healthy way that oil burns or if it's going back into the head, which I highly doubt. I mean, this, I don't know if it'll pop up. If you can look at your reservoir and like flush some of it and see if you got some oil in the coolant. That was the main issue that started everything, is oil got into the coolant there. The head lifted very slightly. It was like an internal lift, and they mixed together, and then it junked up the thermostat. Thermostat got stuck closed, and bing, bang, boom. But yeah, they took it back, and man, they worked on it for a while. Like 3 months they worked on it. So yeah, the car's been running good. The temperature's been good. The oil pressure's been good. It's been consistent. So no issues there. So I don't know why I topped off the oil. It was at the very top of the dipstick there like 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago. And then today it was like half. So I just topped it off a little bit there, and that should be good. So stay tuned for the first startup.